Dr. Masanga filed a case the moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya to the International Criminal Court of Law. They referred him to United Kingdom, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu holds their passports. And then they took this matter to court. The lawyer, remember, a prosecutor must come and defend beyond reasonable doubt. Prove your case before the law. But when Dr. Masanga took his case to the to the United Kingdom court, Nigerian government paid money to some crazy and hopeless lawyers to block that case from not being fruitful. So when David Masanga now went, with all the documents he has gathered, you know what happened? They told him they don't have enough evidence to carry on with this case. That they need a substantial evidence that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was illegally renditioned from Kenya. Masanga left that case in London, went back to Kenya and started pushing. Filed a case against Nigerian government in Kenyan court for Nigeria to come and prove that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was subjected to the court of Kenya before extraditing him back to Nigeria. Because the UK court said they needed evidence. So this man went back to Kenya, brought his lawyers together, and started pushing, fighting for the Kenyan courts. He was the one that engineered that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu victory. Made sure that the Kenyan courts sat together, came together, and looked into Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. That was by David Dr. Judgment was gotten for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in which the Kenyan courts said to the Nigerian state, you people did not subject this man into legal proceedings in this country before stealing him away from this country, which is Kenya. And so therefore, a penalty has been reached for Nigeria to pay Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and immediately release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and return him back to Kenya, where he was unlawfully taken, and where he was lawfully a resident. You know, Nigerian government. And then Dr. Masanga, being a very intelligent and a very smart man, that was why when people were shouting, Masanga this, Masanga that, I kept quiet. Because I knew what was coming. I kept quiet. And each time I come to tell Biafrans, look at what is coming, oh, it seems as if I'm shouting. So I stopped talking about him and move on to other things. Because you people want action, sharp, 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 sharp. If you go through that route, that these four back people are telling you, oh, we don't see Rabu Fulani fighting. Our people are unalive. They are unalive in our people. If we have gone through that route, wallahi, Nnamdi Kanu will remain in prison up to today. We have passed armed struggle. We are now a government. So what we are putting forward to the world is documentation. So we are no more in armed struggle. We are no more delegitimizing Nigerian governments in our soil. They must leave, whether they like it or they leave it. They will leave, and it go get time where it go reach. That's exit, no go day again. All of them will be buried in Biafra land. Let me talk them, and I know they hide. So, Kenyan courts freed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because the UK court has asked Dr. Masanga to bring evidence that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. They needed a legal document, just like Finland told us. That Simon did not fight his case legally, that we should go legally if we want to get anything. So they needed a legal document to prove that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not subjected to any international court. Not as if that the United Kingdom don't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extradited, but lawyers and judges said they needed a proof from the same country that he was a resident. I don't know if my story is making sense to you people. But a layman will not understand where I'm coming from. And Dr. Masanga brought out all his lawyers. And remember, UN has given the order that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. And they flouted that order because they feel that they have some Aisha Muhammad in UN that can always do abracadabra for them. And Dr. Masanga brought that documentation of UN warning Nigeria about the illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, about the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and to return him back to his country of residence and compensate him. None of them listened to that. And what David Masanga did was to compile all those lists, including the judgment of Kenya, and send it to British High Commissioner in that country, that this is it, we have given Nigeria. You know, remember, when that, when that judgment was given, they served Nigeria the notice. Judgment has been given, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and return him back to Kenya. Nigeria flattered that order, went and jailed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a repealed law. On a repealed law. And they jailed our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When they jailed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what happened? They thought the game was over. Masanga told me personally that he's working with my government, which is the United States of Biafra. But don't worry, that you see that this whole case, he knows how to do it. He has done it for so many people. They went back to United Kingdom, submitted the documentation, well received by the laws of United Kingdom. Oh, I'm so happy. Well received, with enough stamp and with enough lawyer that has been waiting to tear Nigeria into two. The reason why they delayed, there was a delay, was because Kenya has not given their, it is good to be intelligent. It is good to go to school. It is good to be educated. That man is very, very educated. He calls name without looking at books. He knows people's name. Even he served under, what is his name? General General Amil. He served under him. This document was well received by United Kingdom. That same document was now served to the same UN that gave order that Nigeria should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. UN received it. Now, you know what they did? They now said, okay, that this document is now clear. We are good to go. I don't expect Nigeria to release Mazi, and I don't want them. You know, these people are very stubborn. We don't expect them to release Nnamdi Kanu. Let them not release him. And they served those notice to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know what this man did? This man submitted every document of the properties of Tinubu and Nigerian government in in United Kingdom. So if they don't come, no problem. They will seize all Nigerian assets in this country. It's coming, you don't even know what is coming. Just calm down. And because we don't want to say it again, so that they don't go and start looking for who to bribe. Now that they don't have eyes in the government, it is difficult for Nigeria to penetrate it. Anything that they are doing now is coming too late. Then from A to Z we come to United Kingdom. This is the best time for Biafrans. You see all those things that they will send them dignity, they will send Biafra. No. They will come themselves. Tinubu will delegate people that will come there and defend Nigeria in the global world. Now, you know, when these people think that they are smart, they are not smart. They don't know anything about international law. I keep telling you, Nigeria fears what you write and document. They fears anything called documentation. They can't defend it.
I will address you on the question of a country called Nigeria. I have no personal feelings against anyone in Nigeria except those who break the law. Sometime in 2021, under the administration of President Buhari, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu was abducted at night, renditioned out of African country without the knowledge of that African country, without the authorities knowing, against all international obligations, taken out of Kenya, removed, manhandled, beaten, molested, and delivered in commando style, Gestapo style, into Abuja. The government where he was abducted from did not know until they had reports. However, most of us sprang to action later on. We have gone to African courts of peoples and human rights to put our cases, to put the case of Nnamdi Kanu. He was charged, trumped up charges of terrorism and other things that were heaped, where evidence was corrupted, because some of the people who handled the evidence, as you know, Nigeria at the moment is a mixture, a cocktail of terrorists, some of them who have repentant terrorists, who have joined the government, working as intelligence officers. From 2021, a court in Kenya issued a judgment calling for the return of this gentleman from Abuja back to Nairobi. The government of President Buhari, as you know, came to an end. He handed over power to Tinubu, and Buhari later on died. The baton of handing over and implementing this order remains up to today in terms of international law in the hands of President Tinubu. Mr. Nnamdi Kanu should have not gone under any judgment or under court process anywhere, because the procedure of him being delivered there was wrong. You all know what the judge in Nigeria mentioned. A useless judge. I think God only is the one who can determine his destiny, not me. Things went, we have gone, and the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, plus many other people, most of us have not kept quiet. We have petitioned the British government. We have asked the government of Britain to intervene, because Mr. Nnamdi Kanu was a British national at the time of his arrest or rendition from the third country to another one of the Commonwealth. We have written to the Commonwealth. We have written to every angle. We wrote, we filed, the lawyers filed a case in the United Nations Court of Arbitrary Arrest against arbitrary arrest. The judgment was entered. And the government of Nigeria was told by that opinion, which is well grounded in law, of international law and aspect of the performance of any nation that is under United Nations Charter, to implement. The government of Nigeria to date, as we speak, by the time we went yesterday to courts or to notify them, have not answered back, they went ahead, convicted Mr. Nnamdi Kanu to life in prison. It is the same thing they did to the 10 Naira. They worked with Paul Biya, got this gentleman. You can see it is the same nation. Cross-border incursions, a crime committed by Nigeria again, which the chief prosecutor of International Criminal Court should have reported Nigeria to the International Criminal Security Council for having allowed its territory to be used by people who came to abduct refugees under the Geneva Convention. He didn't do that. Now, Nigeria, the judgment came out, the opinion was very clear, release Mr. Nnamdi, return him, make reparations for him, and make it good so that he returns, he can face justice. But this was not the proper way to abduct a person at night, take him, fix him, release him. The Nigerian court refused. Nigerian court also ordered that this should not be the same. One court ordered, they took him to another court, they removed him to another court, they took him back to the other court until it became very toxic. In a nutshell, the opinion of the United Nations Court of Arbitrary Arrest is very clear. It needs enforcement. And the people have not been able to take these steps that I have taken yesterday. And yesterday I've been searching for what the court would ask me, what do you want to be done? I have researched, got all the documents regarding the Nigerian embassy, the properties that they have in the United Kingdom, so that when it comes to reinforcement or enforcement, through any other means, we shall get those properties. So I've been doing that homework voluntarily until now. We got yesterday, on behalf of Pan-African Forum and associates, many of us who studied international law, experts of us who are very fluent. We do it for the sake of Africa. We do it for Bourbono. We use our resources. We have not asked anyone to give us a penny. We have done it, and I've done it myself. Because this younger man needs help. And we shall get that help through the courts. We have filed the final notes, the final notes before litigation. We have served the Nigerian government yesterday, and they have received it in the Ministry of Justice, and the government of Britain also copied, and other courts. Therefore, next move we shall move is litigation of why the order was not implemented. Why the orders of the court were not implemented. Why is it? 2 orders. You remember the Kenyan court is still waiting. They gave even the damages for a man who had been just harassed. They didn't know that somebody had used their territory to do some dubious mafia work, which Mr. Leti Buhari, may his soul go completely away from earth, and no history should be written for him ever on earth, because he overthrew the government. The first one pretended to be a Democrat, but putting a case like this case of Finland man, a government in Finland. Which intelligence are you using, you Finland? This fake one, the one where they get AI videos and place them here. No competent court in Europe. And I'm waiting for that case of Simon Epa. I want to earn international fame for defeating them on that case in the European Court of Human Rights. I'm waiting for you. I will not leave. Don't tell me, don't do this, don't do for this. I am not. You don't employ me. I make my decision to defend the people. I defend the people for their rights. You cannot lock up a man when you have used wrong intelligence of Nigerian government, where government has got terrorists inside. Where did they get this evidence? Corrupted. Now they are planting things because the appeal is coming. We are ready for you. We have been ready. The other time it was the people from Europe who present, but this time we are many. Many of us voluntarily, we shall pour in that courts. In all courts, we are going to pour in courts. Mr. Tinubu, listen, adhere to the court orders, release this guy whichever format you use, whether you pardon him, whether you release him, it's up to you. But me, we have now got all the data of your properties in London. We are gonna get it. Watch my lips. Let me remove the glasses. We shall get it. The law here is very clear.